The loudest animals on Earth are sperm whales. They can make sounds that are 230 decibels. On land, sounds louder than 150 decibels could break an eardrum, and sounds louder than 180 decibels could kill a human. Fortunately, sound travels differently in water than air, so sperm whale sounds aren't deadly in the ocean. A lion's roar is about 114 decibels. That's about the same as a chainsaw. You can hear a lion's roar from 5 miles or 8 kilometers away. A rooster's crow averages about 130 decibels. That's the same as standing 3 car lengths away from a jet taking off. Not a good idea. A rooster's crow could hurt your ears or even make you deaf if you stand too close. Luckily, roosters have built-in earplugs to protect their hearing. When they tilt their head back to crow, soft tissue covers their ear canals. In friendship, we want to feel like our friends hear us, but getting louder isn't the answer. Take a listen.
Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic!
Hi there, I'm Dr. Eileen Kennedy Moore, also known as Dr. Friendtastic. I'm an author and clinical psychologist based in Princeton, New Jersey. Each week on the Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic podcast, I answer a question from a kid about making and keeping friends. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, you can send it in at drfriendtastic.com/submit. That's drfriendtastic.com/submit. Let's hear today's question.
Hi, my name is Bella and I'm 10 years old. My question is, I'm in a group of 5 and I feel like no one takes any notice of me and I'm not listened to.
Hi, Bella. Thanks for sending in your question. My guess is you're feeling very frustrated and maybe also hurt that your friends aren't hearing you. What do you think might be getting in the way of your friends listening to you? One possibility is that there are 1 or 2 kids in your group of 5 who are more central to the group, and you are more on the edge of the group. Your friends may have gotten used to following the lead of the central kids, and the central kids may have gotten used to everyone doing things their way. Nobody did anything wrong. That's just the pattern that developed in the group. If you think that's the situation, your best bet might be to try to get together one-on-one with each member of the friend group, including the central kids, to increase your closeness with them. If you have fun together and get to know each other better, you could become more central to the group, and the others might be more open to listening to your ideas. Another possibility is that the other kids don't know what you want. If that's the case, you may need to practice saying clearly what you want and why so the others can understand. It's not fair to expect your friends to read your mind. For instance, you could say, "We've played that game every day this week. Today, I'd like us to play something else." Or, "The slides are hot today and I'm wearing a skirt. How about if we play tag instead so my legs don't feel burned?" A third possibility is that your friends aren't listening to you because they believe that you're not listening to them. Sometimes kids get into what I call yes-no arguments. They sound like this. One kid says, "Yes, Then the other kid says no. Then the first kid says yes. And the second kid says no. And they keep going back and forth like that. Yes, no, often getting louder and louder. Can you tell what's wrong with a yes no argument? Neither kid is listening to the other, so it goes nowhere. Here's something to keep in mind. The louder we yell, the harder it is for people to hear us. What does that mean? Wouldn't getting louder make people listen more? Nope. When you get loud, people don't want to listen. If you think you and your friends are talking past each other, instead of getting louder, the way to break through might be to work harder to listen to what your friends want and why. That's usually the last thing we want to do when we're upset with someone, but it's an important step if we want to resolve a conflict. Ask your friends questions with the goal of understanding rather than arguing or convincing. Helping your friends feel heard might make them more willing to listen to your ideas and wishes. It might also help you decide to go along with what they want, address their concerns about what you want, or come up with a compromise that works for everyone. This has been Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic. You can learn even more about friendship through my funny and practical books for kids, Growing Friendships, a kid's guide to making and keeping friends, and Growing Feelings, a kid's guide to dealing with emotions about friends and other kids. They're available through your library or wherever you buy books. Parents, check the show notes for a link to get my free guide featuring 12 ways to help your child make friends.